What's happening? Welcome to the show. Yo, let me get everybody's name.
Well, I am. What's up, y'all? This is Taboo Nawasha.
This Apple Diap.
Black Eyed Peas is the musical group I use as an example of how the usage of the R word has changed throughout time, considering that they literally had a song, a hit song called Let's Get Retarded in Ha. Let's Get Retarded in Here was a song that was a smash hit. That they changed it to Let's Get It Started in Ha. Let's get it started in here. Oh, oh, oh. Ay, 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 ay. Earn it, earn it, earn it, earn it. Okay, that's the...
Kim Hill, featured vocalist.
All right. Now, how would you describe the whole Black Eyed Peas musical concept?
Yeah, they got rid of the black girl, that they never made a part of the band, and then they got the white girl, and they made her a part, and they blew up. It's like, no, that's not how it happened.
Bro, Where Is
LA
the Love was
in
so
the 90s,
whack.
There was so much tension in Los Angeles. The narratives of hip hop got to be far more violent.
It's such
vicious,
a live song.
hoes. The subject matter typically came down to a woman hoeing herself for like a ride home.
The damage that comes from the incessant, repetitive, mindless violence that permeates our media all the time.
Fun fact, I also worked with will.i.am for a brief moment and have been to his insane compound, which I'll tell you guys about in a little bit after this video is over. But he has a crazy compound in Los Angeles that is like built like a spaceship, basically. Okay.
By now you've got Dre and Pac. They were really speaking the truth. They're friends with drug dealers or pimps. Like, this was real stuff. It was still jarring though. Like a lot of the music and the rap, it was very degrading. And my 20-year-old self knew that it was degrading, but the beats were so crazy. And when you walked in the club and it's like 1, 2, 3, and 2,
That could have been
you're
bad,
like,
dude.
everybody, you know? And you listen to the lyrics, you're like, well, I know I'm not a bitch, so he can't be talking to me. I grew up in Syracuse, New York. My first memory of music, I just would sit in front of the TV. When Soul Train was on, it was like, I'm here for every bit of it. Best part of Soul Train was the Soul Train line. Then another segment of the show where there was at least one act. So it could be Elton John, David Bowie, Stevie Wonder. Like, I want to get on Soul Train. Like, that was the coolest show to be on. My mother was a single mom, yet my life was privileged. We were Black kids growing up in the white suburbs. So I always kind of code switched right kind of in the middle of those two worlds, praying that those two worlds would never collide. And I remember my 16th birthday, and my mother was like, we can't have two parties. So what are we gonna do? And I remember being terrified. I was hiding out at my own party. I didn't want my Black friends to be like, why are you talking like that? And my white friends to be like, who's that? My mother, I was talking, and I was telling her a story. And it was very much like, and you know, and like, and I don't even like, my mom would stop. Where's your voice? Where are you?
The camera's closed because it's just
Syracuse did not have
cinematic.
Black
Shut
radio.
up.
We didn't have access to it. I always wanted that space to write music from my vantage point. So I'm moving to LA to get a record deal. Oh shit, it has to work out. Although I needed like food and whatever else, I was like, I'm taking headshots. Getting on a bus at 4 o'clock in the morning when it's pitch black dark from Culver City to deep in the valley, Deep Valley. I took headshots and it was like, I started working.
Then let's go to work.
fine. I landed on Living Single or whatever the shows were. You'd get your $50 and people would see these shows where I was walking around as a background actor, extra, and they'd be like, "You made it." I'm like, I have headshots. I
think someone found my headshots before.
For BMI, I get on stage and I do my thing.
It's embarrassing. It's not a cool thing.
I think you're really dope. We should write music together. Just a little precious little somebody. So I was like, "Where's your mom?" "Oh, my name is will.i.am." And I was like, "I'm Taboo Nawasha. I'm Apple Diet. We're the Black Eyed Peas." Like the food. Oh. Will had a few songs set to play for me. And the first one he played, I was like, I love it. I saw that discipline and the ideas that came out of him. I was like, oh shit, let me sharpen my pencil. So I immediately had respect for him. And I started writing something. And the hook was like, every day and all night, I dream of holding you tight. It was enhanced by us having this like big sister, little brother kind of thing. You're one of us. You're coming along on this ride with us.
With all hearts and love and kisses, we'd like to say thank you to the Black Eyed Peas for being on the tour.
Making this music and people are buying it. We're selling out small venues and we're opening for everybody from Eminem and No Doubt to Outkast. We kind of couldn't believe that our brand of hip hop was being embraced.
Hip hop is progressive. It started to regress at one point in time. So we took it in our duties to progress it again.
We were happy at a time in hip hop where it really wasn't okay to just be happy. This whole LA underground movement, they really loved us. I did not feel like there would be pressure to be anybody other than myself.
My name is Apple, yeah. My name is Taboo Nawasha. My name is will.i.am, and we the Black Eyed Peas. That's the joint, that's the jam. Turn it up and play it again.
For these three, we rocked the House of Blues, and then they got to go back to East LA. With gangs and uncles in jail, and I was in my 2-bedroom apartment with my quirky roommate living in Hollywood, like looking at a hair magazine, like, if I put enough coconut oil on my ends, I can shake it out and it's all crinkly. Like, you know?
From right here in Los Angeles, let's meet a mad, magnificent rap crew as they join us to do their latest single. The song on the Interscope label is entitled Joints and Jams, and they're known as Black Eyed Peas.
Bro, is Black Eyed Peas this old?
Train,
like,
I was pinching myself. Wow. People on Soul Train would lip sync.
Am I this old? Like, I'm watching this and I'm like, what the fuck? How old is this? How old am I? What year is this going on in? Whenever we watch old footage, I always think like, bro, how did I see? Like, how the fuck did I see? Like, how was I able to see in 144p? You know what I mean? Like, how did I see anything? And like this, I thought this, like I saw footage like this, and my eyes thought this was okay to watch. And it's always mind-boggling to me. Like, oh, this is great footage. Like, now I'm like, what the fuck?
You don't love the spirit of justice.
The fuck? How do we see? How do we see things on television for so long?
Do their latest single, the song on the inner Los Angeles, let's meet Paddle.
Soul Train. I was pinching myself. Wow. People on Soul Train would lip sync. We were like, no way. We don't sing the track. And it was this big deal. Will looked in camera and just stopped singing. And you heard the track going to make it clear, we ain't really singing this. That was his way of making a point, you know?
Now, how would you describe the whole Black Eyed Peas musical concept?
Musical concept, as you can see, we're really very animated.
Right.
And I feel we put our personalities first before any gimmick and before any, materialism.
The band was very specific about how we were looked at and received by people and being purists, which is why once it started, the pressure started coming to like soften it up and make it super commercial. It was like, we're not really gonna do that, are we? And the guys were like, you don't have to go back to East LA if this doesn't work out. There was new management now, so there was a whole different set of expectations and pressure. It just started to get clumsy and messy. You want me to grind on will.i.am in a bathing suit. That was being asked of me, never by the guys. That was happening from an executive level. How far out on this plank do you want me to go? The tug of war was about my sexuality and how much of that I was willing to like literally strip down. I never wanted to be objectified while doing my music. Where's your voice?
Aha!
you?
It's simple, you see. We sell more records that way.
This really
You don't
deep
love the
brother
spirit of
sisterhood
justice.
was
You
starting
love
to
your
get
father, the
affected by the
devil.
machine.
Hasan asked me to grind on him Pepe hands. A mean bean. Thank you for the 7 months.
So I wrote a letter to management and said, nope. I quit and I had my website and I trademarked my stuff and I was on the road too. It was inescapable. Oprah was like the coolest band on the planet. I was like, no, 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 no. The Black Eyed Peas! Oh my God! I mean, I couldn't go anywhere.
With 3 Grammys and more than 27 million albums sold worldwide, the Black Eyed Peas are way ahead of their time.
2008, you sold 2001.
Got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
I was going through a separation. And I turned on the TV and I saw Will was so happy. And I was like, whoa, he did it. And I called and I was like, I'm away, I'm going through a tough time, and I saw you on TV and you were happy. And I just need you to know I'm happy for you, like you did.
Okay, you're right. The zoom in is a little too aggressive. I agree now. At first I was like, oh, it's cinematic. But when she does this, like this, it looks a little crazy. It's just, they didn't do a good job with the zoom.
Did it. He spilled and he was like, I really miss you. It's different. And I just knew we'd be fine. No one handed them anything. They worked their asses off. They deserve it. They deserve it. Fergie and I
But that
have
bitch
never
Fergie, no.
met. She's never done anything to me. She didn't take anything from me. What I do feel like is if we ever met, it would be like an embrace with a hug and a deep breath, because I think we just kind of know something about being that female and that construct, and that is, it's tough.
Bro, you know Fergie's like, thank God. You know Fergie's like, oh my God. every fucking day of my life. I'm so
love the spirit
grateful
of
that you had
justice.
your principles.
You loved your
and
father,
I
the
was like,
devil.
oh, wait, me? I would love to be in that situation. I mean, maybe she could be independently successful on her own, potentially. But the likelihood of that is so slim in Hollywood. Like, oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my God. I mean, I guess she kind of made it on her own a little bit, right? She went solo.
But I was there for that part of hip hop that was kind of the last of it, you know? And it's like no one can ever take that. So. It's okay that it's not wrapped up in a bow with platinum records and a big house.
Cap.
I have my happy.
Also a big cap. That was big time. I mean, it's not like she's on the street. She could be happy with her family. Yeah, she could probably be happier with staying in Black Eyed Peas. Is this after you say no to Mixer? Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be a documentary about Ninja.
Oh, that's all right.